Coming up on Winning Bets, I'll be at your Champions League and your Ravens Steelers bets for you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's Wednesday. We're getting Champions League and the NFL on today. Should be a really exciting day to watch sports. Before we jump on into the bets that I have for you today, let's, of course, recap yesterday. You guys recall, if you were following me on Twitter, I sent out this nice, awesome tweet. We swept the afternoon games, went 4-0. Then dive on a little bit later, had to unfortunately send out another tweet. UEFA, they went ahead and changed the official stats for the Manchester City game. So instead of going 4-1 yesterday, we ended up falling back to 3-2, having a little bit of profit at plus 0.39 units. But I'm telling you right now, we got the ultimate screw job in that City game. I'm watching it all unfold. It was actually real quick. Within about a 1 minute span, Atalanta went over their 6.5 targets. City went over their 5.5 targets. And Bayern got a goal. This is amazing. I got my tablet going. Got the computer screen where I'm tracking everything. Everything's just blowing up with good positivity news. The City game, it ended up getting to 7 targets overall. It got to 8 briefly, but the eighth shot on target was the goal that was eventually disallowed. So understandable, they're going to pull back a target there. So it was 7 targets after the game. UEFA wanted to go ahead and screw us. They went ahead and removed 2 targets away from Man City to drop them down to 5 when we got the over at 5 point. What bastards? How dare they do that? Come back after the game and want to remove 2 targets from City. That was an absolute screw job. Really wrecked our day. We could have had over 2.48 units of profit. Again, still fell with, still with positive at, plus 0.39, but it was an absolute hurt. That one hurts and was going to hurt for a while. I'm going to go ahead. There's a video link in the description of this video. I've got Manchester City highlights. Look at this attempt by Raheem Sterling in the 37th minute. It's the first highlight in this clip. He's got a shot on goal. He's cutting it in on the box. He's on his favorite spot on his right foot, and he cuts it in, drills in a nice shot, and there's a defender on the line who clears the ball, perfectly done by him. Well done. UEFA doesn't call that a shot on target. If you look at the stats of the game and break it down first half and second half, City has 0 targets on, or shots on target in the first half. That's bullshit. That ball's going in the bottom of the corner. Even the announcers in the highlights say, the defender cleared the line or that's going to fall into the bottom of the corner. The announcers know it's a goal. Everybody in the stadium knows it's a goal, but because the defender clears it off the line, not a goalkeeper, it's not a shot on target. Come on, FIFA. Who cares who clears the ball and saves the opportunity? That's a shot on target. That's a shot on target. Defender's not there. That's a damn goal. And we got screwed in that game. First half, second half, after the game. UEFA, I tell you, man, that's going to hurt. That's not cool, taking money like that from the people here on Winning Bets. We're going to come back. We're going to get it back today. God, man, so just a really tough day, though, or not a tough day, just a tough, brutal ending. As I mentioned, though, we got the Atalanta over 6.5 targets. We got Inter and Gladbach, both teams to score over 2.5. That was easy. There was goal scoring galore in that game, as we predicted. Then we used my soccer team on Bayern and Atletico. Bayern is the one thing you can always count on to get a cash. We've backed Bayern so damn much here on the show, and they have filled our pockets with money. They did it again yesterday. They got a nice late penalty. Mueller stuffed it home, and they get a nice 1-1 draw there at Atletico to cash our soccer system. Unfortunately, our soccer system was unsuccessful, and the other time we used it yesterday in the Lokomotiv Salzburg game. Lokomotiv just got their ass kicked. They just got their ass kicked. It was 3-1 final. It probably should have been about 5-0. Lokomotiv barely didn't even deserve the goal that they got. They just got manhandled that entire game. Salzburg had other goals, come out or, disallowed due to offside. Salzburg just whooped Lokomotiv's ass in that game. So that one certainly didn't go our way. But it should have been 4-1. Should have been 4-1 plus 2.48 units. Instead, it's 3-2 plus 0.39 units. I'll still take the positivity. But man, did that UEFA coming back and rolling that. I've never seen that. I've never seen them come back after the game. Certainly they do that. They'll do that within an hour or two of a game and just stats. But I've never seen them do that. Take 2 shot attempts off the board for the on target. That was just absolutely unreal. Gut-wrenching. Absolutely hurt. Absolutely hurt. You think you're flying high, having a nice day, but we're not going to let it damage us. We had a nice positive day yesterday. That now brings us positive on the week. Now we're positive 0.28 units on the week. We remember we lost just a very little bit on Monday Night Football, or not on Monday Night Football. We went 2-0 on Monday Night Football. We lost a little bit during the afternoon there on Monday Soccer. So, but just brutal, just absolutely brutal. Before I go ahead and give you my bets, guys, let me go ahead and update the NFL Eliminator Standings. Forgot to do that yesterday. As you can see, both of them took the Saints. No brainer. No brainer. I would have taken the Saints. I was sitting there as soon as the news came out. I was like, oh, I had the Saints available. Obviously, I'm eliminated. I would take the Saints. That's, of course, what they did. So, no brainer there. We'll see what they do here in the next week of the NFL. Someone's going to have to separate themselves and win that $50. Should be an interesting week. I'm sure they won't get a nice, easy softball this week in terms of picking against a team with no goddamn quarterback. Holy cow. I've never seen it. Never seen the NFL try out a team and not have a quarterback. That was absolutely unreal. All right, guys. Well, I've got 4 Champions League bets for you, and I've got 2 NFL bets for you here for this Ravens-Steelers game. Let's go ahead and, of course, do the soccer first because those games are up first. The first one we're going to look at here is Sevilla versus Chelsea. Look, neither of these clubs need any points. They both advanced into the next round of Champions League, so kind of not a game that they actually need to have, obviously, and a game where they can rest some players. I do expect actually Chelsea to go ahead and rest some of their players. Sevilla in their last 6 home games, 4 of those last 6 games have gone under 2.5. The reverse fixture was 0-0, so we've even got room for some goals. I'm thinking this game may be 1-1, or one of these two teams may pull out a 1-0 or 2-0 win. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under 2.5 goals, and that comes in at minus 115 over at DraftKings. Next one we've got Krasnodar versus Rennes. We made money on this reverse fixture using my soccer system. The reverse fixture ended in a 1-1 draw, so we got that nice cash there on my soccer system. So we know these teams, we know these matchups. We don't need to talk about it for much. One interesting thing here is this is pretty much a battle for Europa League. These two teams are level on points, with them going up against Chelsea and Sevilla in the last match day of the Champions League. So one of these two teams is going to need to win this game to more than likely secure Europa League in the following weeks and months ahead. So really just expecting a really nice, tough game. 2 clubs just really going at it, trying to get into Europa League. So I've got both teams to score yes on this one, and it comes in at minus 138 over at FanDuel. Next one we got here is Manchester United versus PSG. I'm going to use something that I've done for the second time. I haven't used it ever here on the show. I used it on Monday night for the very first time, that Leicester-Fulham game. It was a deviation there of my soccer system in terms of where you get 3 outcomes and you cover 2 of the 3 outcomes. This one's not quite a guarantee, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and take the time of the first goal in Manchester United versus PSG. If you look at, so they break it up into three segments. You get 1 to 15, 16 to 30, and 30 to 45. I'm going to cover the 2 outcomes. I'm going to cover that 16 to 30, and that comes in at plus 260. Put a half unit on that, and that'll net you 0.8 units. I'm also going to put a half unit on 31 to 45, and that comes in at plus 350, and that'll net you 1.25 units. So what I'm saying is I definitely think there's going to be a goal here in the first half. I'm thinking it won't be in the first 15 minutes. I'm thinking it'll be from 16 on. So if I'm correct, if there's a goal in the first half and it's from 16 minutes on, I'll get one of these 2 to cash, and we'll either win 0.8 units or 1.25 units. Get no goal in the first half or get it in the first 15 minutes, and that bet is sunk. All right, for the last Champions League bet here for you, I want to look at Dortmund versus Lazio. This reverse fixture was 3-1. Again, nobody's guaranteed progression to the next round of Champions League, but it certainly looks like these clubs will progress. But in terms of points and having it secured, neither one have it secured, so they still need to get at it and go after each other here a little bit. Again, 3-1, the reverse fixture. We know the goal scorers are on this team. We've got Haaland for Dortmund, and we've got Immobile there for Lazio. 2 guys that absolutely just fill up the net. Good teams, good attacking teams, good form. I'm going to go ahead and take both teams to score yes. Parlay that with over 2.5, and that comes in at minus 120 over on DraftKings. One other Champions League bet, it's not going to be an official yet. I want to see lineups, but if you do a Barcelona Juventus money line parlay, that comes in at minus 107. That is not an official bet. I need to see lineups. Both of these teams got nothing to play for. Barcelona's resting a bunch of players. I don't know if Juventus will follow suit, maybe rest some players. I know Juventus does want to get the win, though, and maybe get into first place into the group as opposed to being in second place, can get in a better pot there for the knockout round. But I just need to see lineups, not an official bet. Look for me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. And if I go ahead and lock in on that, I'll tweet it. But I just wanted to mention it right now. Barcelona Juventus money line, that's minus 107. We'll see if we lock in on that once we get lineups out a little bit later on. Let's transition now to Wednesday night football. How's that sound? Wednesday night football. Actually, not even Wednesday night football. It's Wednesday afternoon. Kickoff here in Chicago is 2:40 p.m. Central Time. So I'm really looking forward to some afternoon football here between the Ravens and Steelers. I don't think it'll be a good game. Nobody's really thinking it'll be a good game. This game is extremely, extremely tough to handicap. If people think that, they've got the over-under figured out, or if they've got the spread figured out, kudos to them. I think it's brutal. Yesterday, the Ravens did a walkthrough. Their last practice before that was a Saturday before the Titans game, and it was a walkthrough. So these two teams, even their two most recent practices, are really just glorified walkthroughs, being yesterday and again that Saturday before that Titans game. So the Ravens have really no build-up coming into this game. Not what you want to face is the red-hot Steelers, 10-0, ass-kicking machine there in the Steelers. Absolutely incredible. So I'm not sure how you handicap the game, so I found true prop bets instead that I want to go ahead and look at here instead of actually game-related stuff. I'm going to go ahead and lock it on RG3 over 27.5 rushing yards. Look, it comes in at minus 110 over a FanDuel. I think he can obviously get 28-plus rushing yards. If you look at Lamar's average, Lamar's averaging 57 rushing yards per game. And if you look at these two teams, they played in Week 17 last year. In the 2019 season, the Ravens were resting a lot of their players. RG3 started and played that entire game. He got 50 rushing yards in that game. So you got Lamar averaging 57. RG3 against the same Steelers defense last year got 50. And it's not like when RG3 comes in, it's going to be, it's pretty much same player, same offense. There's no kudos to the Ravens. I think a lot of teams have their backup quarterback really poorly. And you can look at the Buffalo Bills for this example, right? If Josh Allen goes down, that offense changes. You've seen it when Matt Barkley comes in. He can't do any of the running that Josh Allen can. I don't understand why teams have a starter and a backup skill set be that much different. Well, the Ravens don't have that problem. When RG3 steps in, he should be able to run this entire offense, entire playbook. And if it's a QB RPO thing, RG3 should be able to make the right call. And if it's his ball, he should not be scared. He'll keep the ball and he'll run the ball. And I think he'll obviously get over 27.5 rushing yards. So there it is. RG3 over 27.5 rushing yards, minus 110 over FanDuel. Just be cool, RG3. Don't be scared. Don't be a wuss. Keep that ball and get some rushing yards. Come on. All right, the other NFL prop bet I want to do for tonight is Chase Claypole over 49.5 receiving yards. And that is also over at FanDuel, and that's minus 110. I mean, the guy's unbelievable. He is the home run threat on this team. He is a TD threat, setting rookie records there for touchdowns in the first 10 games. It's incredible. He's got 10 and 10. It's just, guys, absolutely remarkable. Like I said, home run threat. In 6 of his last 10 games, this bet would have cashed. In his last 3 games, this bet would have cashed. So just a guy who's really coming in as a rookie. His feet are under him, and he's just kicking ass. I mean, he's just taking names and racking up yards. Needs him to get at least 50 tonight to cash that nice bet. So that's what we'll do today. Guys, we'll roll out those 4 Champions League bets, possibly a 5th one. Look for me on Twitter if I want to lock in on that once I've seen lineups. And then we'll roll into some nice afternoon football. And we'll see if RG3 and Chase Claypool can't come through for us. And let's just get no more screw jobs today. No more screw jobs. We want to have a good day with these 6 bets and just really set our week up really nice. We're positive on the week, 0.28 units. Let's add to that. Let's have us a nice goddamn day. And I hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. We'll come back and we'll do it again. I'm Jason Mattis. Have a good one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.